Hey, how you doing? This is Adam Post, publisher of College of the Dead, publisher of more than 1,000 independent comic books, and also former board member of a public company. When I talk about numbers and I talk about things not looking right, I'm a little careful about it. But something is not right with Disney and its reporting numbers on Disney+. I thought it was odd. It's not just me. I ran into one article on it, and then I ran into another article on it that was even more aggressive in the criticism. And I thought, you know what? Yeah, this is something I talk about in the video. So I'm not saying I've got inside information whatsoever, but I am saying there are two articles that make good cases as to why something isn't right, and it's being done deliberately at Disney to cheat the numbers. All right, let's get into the video. Before we do, be sure to subscribe to the channel, click the bell for notifications, and give me a thumbs up when you like it. This is coming from puck.news. It's an entertainment website, and they've got some great articles. Bob Chapek's funny math on streaming. No, Disney didn't just surpass Netflix in total subscribers unless you can justify 1 + 1 = 3. Inside the semantic financial civil war over the most powerful number in streaming. It's been a rocky road for Disney CEO Bob Chapek, but he got a real victory lap moment last week after Disney reported that streaming subscriptions totaled 221.7 million, beating Netflix for the first time, exceeding Wall Street's expectations and causing Disney stock to jump nearly 10%. So when Disney's stock jumps 10% based on putting out numbers, that's billions of dollars. It's not small. It's a big deal. So it's important these numbers are accurate. That milestone would have been unthinkable just a few years ago. Bob Iger, despite his legendary business acumen and M&A masterstrokes, Bob Iger, the former CEO of Disney, was brilliant about acquiring brands and companies. What he did with them is another story. Was late to the streaming game, only launching Disney Plus in November 2019. Before that, they licensed all their content to Netflix. Since then, however, Disney Plus has grown at a startling rate of 22.1 million subscribers per quarter. That stat is a big reason why Chapek earned a new 3-year contract from the Disney board. But statistics hide all sorts of complexities about Disney's numbers, and it's no secret that the way the public narrative surrounding how the company calculates total subscribers to its quote streaming services, a business unit that encompasses Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, Hotstar, and Star Plus, is more than a little misleading. I want to be very explicit, the author, and me too. We're not suggesting Disney's streaming business is in trouble. If the author had to bet on 3 services that will still be here in a decade, Disney Plus would be included without hesitation. But how we talk about streaming is important in how we think about streaming success. Yes, Disney's collection of services total more subscribers than Netflix, according to headlines everywhere, but that's also not the whole story. So how many subscribers this is how they start to do it. Check this out. How many subscribers is one subscriber? The key to Chapek's master plan for growing audiences is the Disney Streaming Bundle, a reduced cost package that includes Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu at $14 per month with ads, or for $20 per month without ads. It's basically a buy 2 get 1 free offering, perhaps the best deal in the streaming industry, which is why the Disney Bundle also has the lowest overall churn rate. Churn meaning that it gets cut. Consumers don't want it, so they cancel it. About 2.2%, according to Antenna data, of all the major services. So a very, very low churn rate. But here's the trick. If you subscribe to the Disney Bundle, the company counts you as 3 subscribers. So you subscribe to the bundle, now you're 3 subscribers. ESPN Plus subscriber, a Hulu subscriber, and a Disney Plus subscriber. That's true in a sense, but not exactly fair if you're trying to make a direct comparison with Netflix or another streamer. Well, why does that distinction matter? Well, streaming as a business is wholly dependent on subscriber numbers and revenue, and both are dependent on churn. The math is relatively simple for Netflix, where 1 customer equals 1 subscription, generating $15.95 per month in revenue in the United States. But for a company like Disney, which has multiple products built into one product, the math becomes more nuanced. A single customer spending $14 per month on the lower priced Disney streaming bundle may only use 2 services and get the third for free, but they're counted as 3 paying engaged subscribers. Disney breaks out the average revenue per user for both ESPN Plus at $4.55 and Hulu at $12.92 but we don't know the allocated average revenue per user within the bundle or how many customers to ESPN Plus and Hulu are part of the bundle. So you see, when you count, really, if you're buying it and you're like, okay, I'll get the bundle, it's just a little bit more, you're buying a bundle. Now you're buying one bundle and they count you 3 times as a subscriber. I mean, yeah, that does seem a little funny. Disney reports subscriber numbers each quarter, but they're still shrouded in mystery. The media framing of the subscriber count as beating Netflix generates attention. It doesn't necessarily drive actual business value. Giving away a free subscription like ESPN Plus as part of the bundle increases the perceived value of the product to consumers, but doesn't generate more revenue. You don't get more money by giving away something for free. It's only if they were to buy something else. And neither does counting subscriptions as subscribers. Some may chalk this point up to semantics, but subscriber semantics matter in streaming services since it's a relatively new industry and we're still learning to talk about it. Playing games with numbers like this is all that these big companies do. You would be shocked. You'd be shocked. There's an article on Amazon I've got to do one day. The more fundamental question is why someone chooses to pay for a service, which is really a question about the perceived value of a content offering. A customer choosing to buy the Disney streaming bundle instead of Disney Plus or Hulu on their own presumably sees value in having access to more than one platform, but also views it as one unified product. Therefore, a Disney streaming bundle subscriber is really just one subscriber, not 3, even if they're technically producing 3 subscriptions. To count it as 3, especially when we don't know if one of those services is even being used or has ever been opened, isn't a fair comparison to Netflix. And it's not about defending Netflix. It's just about knowing, like, if Netflix has, 200 plus million subscribers, and Disney has 200 million subscribers, but they're counting multiple channels? I mean, how many channels do you subscribe to if you have cable? You have 200 channels? So you should be counted as 200 subscribers? It's just important in even understanding the business to have a common frame of reference. Can the magic last? Netflix doesn't offer an annual subscription plan. Part of the company's core strategy, built around simplicity, is giving the customers the freedom to leave at any point. Annual plans also typically mean discounts, which generate less revenue per customer. While Netflix may explore an annual plan option as it contends with slower growth and major retention problems, it's a monthly recurring revenue business right now. Disney, on the other hand, did offer a one-time 3-year discount on subscription, about $140, in 2019 ahead of Disney Plus's launch. Disney Plus's launch, by the way, was phenomenal. Disney executive Kevin Mayer was in charge of it. He was a VP. He was passed over for president and CEO, that Bob Chapek got it. And then he left the company. Financially, those subscribers effectively got a free year of Disney Plus. It was a short-term bet on long-term customer gain, taking advantage of the initial perceived value of a Disney-branded streaming service and giving Disney 3 years to turn that into actual customer satisfaction and retention. The winner in the colloquial streaming wars will be the company that can provide satisfaction month after month. Disney was essentially asking for the chance to prove their value over. Now, I sincerely doubt Disney Plus is going to see a massive churn come December 8th when new price changes go into effect. $3 a month more for ad-free Disney Plus, bringing it to $10.99 a month. Disney's global demand share, which demonstrates consumers' interest in subscribing to a platform, jumped to just under 10% in the third quarter, according to Parrot Analytics. The demand for Disney Plus originals has grown to 35.6% year to date, 191% over the past 2 years. Consumers aren't getting tired of Disney Plus content, offering an ad-supported tier at just $7.99 a month, the current Disney Plus price, for customers who clearly want Disney Plus but don't want to spend $36 more per year will help stave off customer churn even more. That said, there will be some churn when all those early subscribers come up for renewal. How that impacts Disney's sub count in the US may be telling. Many 3-year subscribers may choose to remain ad-free Disney Plus subscribers for an upcharge or switch to the ad-supported level at the same $7.99 price. Some may roll into the bundle, some will cancel. An annual subscription option makes sense. Disney hasn't offered a new 3-year deal, but the $80 plan is still available. Netflix should implement something similar to improve its retention. That's true, right? Because if you pay for it for the year and you're stuck, not as likely to lose it, and then once a year you think about, hey, do I want to renew this or not? And most people probably would keep it. while not discounting too much and hurting revenue per user. Still, it's hard to make apples-to-apples comparisons between Disney and Netflix numbers when a portion of the Disney Plus base hasn't decided whether to keep paying for the service until now. Netflix has contended with the churn and return group's co-CEO Reed Hastings pointed out during an earnings call, noting that he understands customers will leave from time to time, but hopes to be the place where they return when a new show drops. Once those Disney Plus plans come up for renewal, customers will have to decide if they want to keep paying for Disney Plus or go elsewhere. Interesting. In other numbers, the author noted last week it's been a rough ride for just about every other streaming service this last quarter in the domestic region. Peacock stayed flat. Netflix lost 1 million subscribers. HBO Max lost 300,000 subs. Even Disney, which added 14.4 million Disney Plus users worldwide, gained its lowest number yet domestically with just 100,000 customers. Because a lot of people in the U.S. do not like what Disney has been doing, their whole social justice agenda, and they've been canceling all sorts of Disney services, skipping movies and things like that. So they're not going to get a lot of domestic subscribers. These are numbers that have investors concerned about the streaming service's viability, especially when considering mounting costs. What do you think about Disney playing around with their numbers like this? Their stock went up 10%. It didn't go up 10% just because they love Disney or because the theme parks are open. It went up because they thought the streaming services were really jumping and doing well. Let's get into this article. This is the second article. Bob Chapek is intentionally misrepresenting Disney Plus success, an expert says. In the Walt Disney's company's third quarter earnings call this month, Bob Chapek boasted about the success of the company's original streaming service, Disney Plus, and its other platforms, Hulu and ESPN Plus. Disney Plus is expected to hit profitability by the end of the fiscal year. Price increases and the introduction of an ad-supported subscription tier, right, when that's introduced. Though it's hard to debate the success of Disney Plus, original content like Ms. Marvel, well, I don't know about that, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Pixar's Turning Red, an analyst expert says Chapek is misrepresenting the platform's subscriber base. Now, this is another assessment based on Julie Alexander's article right here. Essentially saying the same thing, that the streaming services are being misrepresented because they're being offered as a bundle. So the more this is talked about in the industry, and this Puck.News is followed relatively carefully by the industry, the more they may have to come out and kind of explain, hey, this bundle is not a legitimate subscriber basis where you can't just say that one subscriber to a bundle is equal to 3 subscribers. Again, you have a cable channel with a couple of hundred channels. Do you have a couple of hundred subscriptions? So this is their main question in this article. Do you think the way that Chapek represents Disney Plus is disingenuous? I think you'd have to say, I don't know. I think yes. Put in what you think in the comments below. I love your comments. I follow your comments. I respond to almost all of them. So please do comment. I will see you again soon with another video. And if I don't see you, I will miss you. Do not forget to subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and give it a thumbs up when you like it.